Welcome to another episode of Business Talk. I'm your host Sathish Sampath. Last video we saw the basic communication pack with, for internal communication for any startup. Now, as a continuation, we'll be looking at external communication, a basic communication pack which is required for a startup for using for the external purposes. When we say external purposes, it is like outside the company. Okay, so let's go into our screen share. Who are all the external people? The external people may be clients, may be vendors, may be suppliers, may even be competitors or peers. So, how is that? Like we'll have to coordinate based on the communication pack which we have created. It is pretty simple. As I said in the previous video, we have not listed the entire communication pack. The intention of this video is to make sure that the startup founders who are not good in marketing or who are not aware about marketing techniques or basic communication techniques can see this, make a list of documents which are required, strategies that is being told in this video, and probably will discuss with their marketing consultant and put forth a basic communication pack. So, what is that we are going to have? This is a communication between the internal, which is the company, and the external world. Can be a customer, can be a supplier, etc. So, what are all the communication tools which are available? What are all the easiest way that it can be used? What is that we should do, and what is that we should not do? Okay, and how we can incorporate a branding message in each of this communication. Please remember, end of the day, it is extremely important that people have to understand that this is being a part of a branded communication, branded corporate communication message. So, what are all the things? Let us start with the most simple thing. Okay, your corporate identity. What is your identity? When you go and meet somebody, you are saying that like I'm a founder of ABC Incorporation. You give a visiting card. Okay, that's your first communication material. So what happens is that the minute that communication material is being handed out, it is actually a communication standard which is being exchanged between you as a company and an external person. You will be you will be marked, you will be rated, and you will be how to say, you will be even questioned on how the visiting card structure is being communicated. So what are all the things which are important? Of course, your name, contact details, corporate details, logo, etc. But that's not for why I'm giving this video. The reason is that there are things which are much more than that. Okay, you have to mention where you are located. If you are in multiple location, at least name the country names or city names or things like that. And most important, your service has to be mentioned. If you have 2 3 type of services, print on the back of the card what are all the services that you do. This is very, very important. Okay, or you need to have a brochure, which is a very small brochure which you can use to in turn give it to the people. Okay, I personally do that. In my, I have two companies, so I'm part of two companies. So both the sides will probably, each of the sides will take one company, Media Metrics and Global Business and Trade Catalyst Services. So I don't have a place where I can print all my services. So what I do is I always carry a small brochure which gives a listing of what are all the services that I do. So every time I hand over a card, I hand over this brochure also, wherever it is implicated or wherever it is needed or where it makes some value. Okay. The other thing is on the corporate identity, have a digital presence. Okay. Website is a very common name for it. If you want to, instead of a website, you want to call it as a blog, you can have it as a blog, whatever it is. Just have a digital presence so that people can just search you and, like go to your place, go and look at you. Corporate email ID. In my first video, I emphasize how important is corporate email ID. Okay, this may not be important for few industries, But if you fall under an industry where this is extremely important, please do not hesitate to spend for your corporate email ID. Okay. The next is your sales communication. This is where the actual business exchange starts. Okay. You are actually meeting somebody. Okay. And then let's say you meet somebody in a networking conference, and then you come back and you want to start engaging with them. Okay. Have a write up ready, standardized write up ready. Okay. So that you can just customize it a few lines here and there, and then you can send it across with a very decent greetings or an intro cover letter. Okay. You can add a corporate profile or a corporate brochure along with this email. Okay. This is the first step. The other thing is, okay, there is an inquiry response letter. This inquiry, somebody is giving you a call and say that, hey, I want to inquire about this service. Okay. And then you say that, okay, fine. Why don't you give me your phone number or email ID? I will just get back to you. Okay. And before you getting back to them with actual data, okay, this is almost like, thank you for contacting us. Like think in that, in those lines. Okay. Prepare a communication ready so that you can send it across. It can be a WhatsApp communication, it can be a short message, or this SMS, or it can even be an email. Okay, keep it ready. If an inquiry comes in WhatsApp, immediately send it across there. What is that you should not do? I have seen few things. I have seen few businesses keeping auto reply in WhatsApp, even though they are online. Okay, this auto reply automatically comes. Okay, and it looks little offhand. The brand value of that particular company will be questionable if even the smallest things are not in control. Okay, so those things are don'ts. Okay, if you want to keep modern communication, and if you want to have some kind of an automation on that, make sure the automation is properly controlled so that it, the use of automation comes into actual use and the brand name increases rather than people laughing at you. Okay. The next thing is text for inquiry, and then like they're before confirming the quote, why don't you just send them saying that, hey, your quotation is on the way. Okay, just wait for some time. In the meantime, why don't you have a look at these are the other services which you may not know. We are also doing these services. Okay, just have a look at it while your quotation is on the way. Prepare some communication and keep it ready. Okay, and then comes the actual quotation. Okay, I have seen a lot of companies. Okay, when that stage of quotation comes, they just jump, and then they just keep giving all the importance only to the quotation. Please note, a good cover letter along with a quotation carries a lot of importance. Okay, and in this age where everything is being handled in WhatsApp, and if everything is handled in Telegram, everything is handled in short communication period. Okay, a good cover letter can differentiate you as a brand which people can trust from others. Okay, and if at all somebody is saying that, okay, fine, the deal is done. Okay, and then why don't you draft an agreement? There is a small period in between the deal is confirmed and the agreement is drafted. Okay, why don't you use that communication to keep engaging with the to be client, almost like converted prospect. Okay, why don't you just send them a very excitement email? Probably, send them some details about your company, how the team is, what is your corporate culture. Give them belief that you have, you are going to come as a client with a proper company, something like that. Okay, and then your proper, purchase order, or however you want to call it, the deal letter, the letter of agreement, the SOW, statement of works. So different industry calls different terminology. So present it properly. Of course, legal things are important. Accommodate all the legal whichever is required properly. Take your time and then do it properly. Okay, and then the final agreement with cover letter. I always emphasize cover letter. Okay, and most of the companies stop here. I'm talking about even the branded or Fortune 100 companies or Fortune Global companies stop here. Okay, but we as a marketing company, we never ask our clients to stop there. Okay, we will ask them to go 1 mile forward, and then we will say that why don't you keep engaging with the customer? Okay, create an opportunity so that you can engage with the customer. With that is what we called as post sales support communication. It need not be something like a support. Okay, why don't you derive an opportunity so that you can just say that, hi, how are you, we were just thinking about you, something like, this is happening in my industry, we thought it will be very nice if you can know about it. So these are the ways where you can make sure the external communication is properly guided. Okay, and this is very important for all your communication package, all your communication strategy, all your branding strategy, whether you are a startup or or early stage startup, medium stage startup, or a mature startup, or a well defined big companies, $1 million companies. Okay, I hope you like this video, and I hope you keep liking whatever that we are being putting across here. I would love to connect with you. My Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn handles are given here. Please connect with me. If you like what we are presenting, subscribe our channel, like our videos, share it with your friends, and support our cause. We are determined to bring you good stuff, original stuff, straight to the point, very simple. I will see you in my next video. Thank you very much.